Alright, let's get ready to Juggernaut, bitch. We're back like the Juggernaut. Alex,
Why is that old lady dancing for the new day? Ew!
What the heck?
What?
That white lady is like.
Why you gotta create
I can't.
racist, Nelson? Seriously.
White
lady dancing? What?
You know what? It's funny. We have different demographics, and if Shin Raven joins us, we'll have pretty much one person from every demographic.
I don't know. We don't have Native American coverage, do we? Or Asian?
Well, that's
I'm part
Shin Raven.
Asian.
Yeah,
I'm
Shin
part
Raven.
Asian.
But you're part Asian? I don't believe it.
He's
Yeah,
Asian.
I'm Hispanic, black, and part Japanese.
Nelson, you are real.
What?
He's a
You're-
real.
How much
Unbelievable.
Japanese in there?
I say about like
Like
20%.
Keanu Reeves.
Like,
20%
Keanu Reeves is not Japanese.
Yeah, he's part Japanese.
What?
You didn't know that? Yeah. Whoa.
Well,
Bro.
you're the same one that said Patrick Stewart was gay, but that's not true.
Yes, he is.
No, he's not gay. He married a model. What the fuck are you talking about?
No, they were talking about. You know what? This has nothing to do with PSAs. Do they order? We just went up on. Shut up.
Well, you said that only because I said Tom Cruise was gay, but that's. I am only speculating there, folks. You don't want to be
Unbelievable.
sued by Tom Cruise or Scientology.
Gaming. All right, new gaming order. On Your Knees is gonna go with our first public service announcement. Just anything that didn't really fit in our other topic. So it's pretty much like a weekly wrap up. So for those who didn't know what PSAs are, so On Your Knees.
Public service announcements.
Yes, go ahead.
All right, so this one, I'll try to make this quick. Last week, I believe last Thursday, Steam decided to introduce paid mods on Skyrim, a 3-year-old game at this point. It was not received well by the community. There was a massive outrage on the internet, and 3 to 4 days later, matter of fact, just a couple days after launch, Gabe Newell, owner of Steam, said, "Oh shit, we pissed off the internet. What we do?" He did an AMA on Reddit. And he didn't really answer the hard questions, but he did see that, oh shit, we fucked up, and you'll see quotes of him on the internet. Hey, the internet remembers. Don't fuck with the internet. Don't lie to the internet, or they will fuck you. So, he said, all right, we fucked up. Pay mods are removed. So pay mod was removed a few days later. Anyone who paid for a mod is getting refunded. The whole big stink, at least from my perspective, pay mods may be a good thing. The biggest issue I had with it was the pay split. Modders only got 25% take home.
What?
The Steam
No
took,
way. That's too much.
yeah,
That's
Steam
too much.
Steam took 30, Bethesda took 45%.
No.
so
That's
this
slave
is-
labor, bro.
This is, I'm thinking this is Bethesda's doing mostly. Bethesda wanted to cash in. Matter of fact, because of this, I canceled my ESO subscription. Even though it's free to play, I was still subscribing because it gave me bonuses, but I canceled it because of this.
Wow, that's fucked up, man.
Yeah, so that's, at least for me, that was my biggest point. I understand the point of paid mods. You're giving people who love to do something a chance to make money on it, which is normally a win-win, but because the cuts were so low, you're going to see a whole shit ton of people either stealing content from other mods, which was happening, and a few mods actually got blocked in the short window they were doing this, because they were going to ESO Head, or I forgot what the website is, but there were a couple websites that host add-ons for Skyrim.
Yeah.
That they were taking them and just, hey, put it on Steam paid, because they weren't on Steam before.
Uh-huh.
And, you have other things like copyright issues, like, sorry about that. Like, you could say, all right, they're like one of the top mods now is a Hylian shield from Zelda. You can't put that shit on there because Nintendo wants a cut.
Yeah.
Your Lord of the Rings weapons, Song of Ice and Fire, that's Game of Thrones weapons, that sort of thing. You got to be careful what you put on there.
Yeah.
And there seemed to be no process to vet any of this. So that seemed to be another big hassle. But, my biggest pain point was this pay split, which the community...
my thing is, not to cut you off, how dare Bethesda take that much, and they weren't... Okay, if the modders created content, they had nothing to do with it. Bethesda's had nothing to do with the creation of external content, and you're gonna take that much from them?
Well,
it's like me as an artist or a music creator, and then we put something out there, and I'm only getting 10%. Why the hell am I busting my ass to make it?
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
Another big point for that is that if Bethesda released a fully functional game or I don't want to say functional because the game was functional, but Bethesda is notorious for releasing garbage UIs for their games. You play the base Skyrim game, is a massive waste of space. The interface is just fucking awful. The base game is great, and everything you do with it is fully moddable. It's like they just put out the basic games here. It's like, hey, do with it what you will. You know, this is what we're doing. We're selling you the Sandlot. You do with it what you will. It worked for them. That game sold fucking massive numbers. It got massive reviews. But as it was, because of this on Steam, their ratings tanked like a full 15%. It went from like 90 plus to low 80% positive reviews because of the paid mods. People who didn't review went in and just nuked it, which, as much as people like to hate on it, I see that as an ample way to get your message across. Hey, you fucked up. This is how we have to respond to it.
You know what? This deserves its own topic. Nelson, what do you think about that? Like, imagine if we came up with a Street Fighter mod or something, and New Gaming Order submitted it, and Capcom had a partnership program, and then they took more than like 25% take home. Like, I mean, would it even be worth it? Like, I mean, yeah, like Chris said, it's a win-win, but. Damn, that's greedy, bro. What do you think now?
I mean, it is a very greedy thing for a company to take that much of a profit, mind you. Steam, when I know it back when it started the whole workshop program, you was able to freely mod and do whatever you want, and costing really didn't mean nothing to nobody because it was for the love of the game. They'll make add-ons, whether it was for Gary's mod or Half-Life 2 or Street Fighter 4 and so on. But some of these people want to see if they could get their investments worth. Let's see if they can make their work of art to be used to get paid now. And when that has happened, some things became a little bit mixed up in the confusion where the company wanted a certain profit and then certain people was getting ripped off and getting their shit stolen and stuff like that, as what Anya Nees was saying. But if you guys are wanting to make your content known, excuse me, just do what they're doing on YouTube. I mean, this is something you don't have to follow. This is just a suggestion. Go on YouTube, make a video about your project and your efforts for the add-on, and make it to a secure, free, downloadable link so you know your profit is actually being used for something good and not being stolen or taken. Is more or less of.
But in order to do that, Nelson, they would have to have the blessing of the company.
No, they don't.
Because they ask for donations instead of actually just selling something.
Well, that's what's happening with the Hyper Dragon Ball fighting game that Balthazar and the rest of the crew from the Mugen community, they're getting donations for that.
Yeah,
you know
but they don't have to ask for like actual money. I'm talking about in a sense where if they want to share their project and make sure their project doesn't get stolen from a third-party site, they can do it the way how I said it, because one, the video advertises of what they're showing and what they will be getting within this download, and whether if they're doing like media file or whatever the fuck may be, they can do it like that. And as what you said, they can inquire for donations. They're not asking, oh hey Steam, can we charge people $5-10 to get this add-on to be purchased on your network and you can take whatever percent of the cut. No, if these people are smart enough, you want 100% of your profit to be used and worth something. So make an ad donation button, whether if it's on your YouTube or some type of blogging website that you guys got going for yourselves, or even on Twitter, and just expose it like that. Yeah, it might take longer, but this is the way how you go about getting your idea more flourished, because let's be realistic. We have a lot of companies that are cutthroat that, I'll give you an example, which is completely out of the blue. A random thing with Mugen. Alex can make his artwork and his characters and just be working on it. Don't expose it to no one in the world. But somehow the company will find out about it and try to use and pick and choose the little ideas that Alex has made and throw it into their own game without no one else is noticing.
Now, it's funny you say that, Nelson. I got crucified for telling people that. I got crucified for that. You know what I mean? Like, we had a couple people checking out our stream last week. Like, remember when I made the Goken? Like, he wasn't officially in the Street Fighter game, and then all of a sudden, here comes Street Fighter 4. And this is, mind you, my Goken was out for a year and 3 months before that was even announced. You know what I'm saying? So, it happens. It happens, but, I mean, the character didn't intellectually belong to me, the IP. but the inspiration to make him fully playable for the first time outside of some of the broken characters,
And just like your Thor looked like a lot, the Thor from, was it Thor from MVC3? Or
yeah. The team we were working with, Scorpion Dragons, Loganeer, like.
Yeah, that Thor looked a lot like the Thor in MV3, and that one Thor was way before that one.
Oh yeah. You know what I mean? The companies, but you see, Capcom didn't say, hey, you know, cease and desist, or if you're gonna profit from it, because you know Marvel would have had something to say about that too. You know, so that's another.
But
that's
again, they can't cease and desist on stuff like that, because as I told you before with the Fightcade thing, a lot of those IPs are gone and out of the company's reach. That's why you see a lot of people promoting Fightcade and throwing the stuff and content on YouTube, because Capcom nor Marvel nor SNK can't do anything about these old IPs. These are gone. They lost their contract, they lost whatever rights they have to it, and that's why people are able to snatch these games, make them into downloadable data files, and upload them into bootable versions of Fightcade, or whatever the hell it was called previously before Fightcade.
Yeah,
Supercade.
Yeah.
And then now you have full 100% working 2D fighting games / 3D fighting games that work on a free-to-base engine, so people can relive the old days. That is a great thing to have, but again, we can't do it with everything, such as the Super Nintendo, because now Nintendo is grabbing their hands on it and trying to take away all the little mobile people who's modded their Android software to get the emulators and the Sony stuff, and take them off and actually gain money and assets from that.
Now you see, you know, to tie it back to what Bethesda's doing, it's like, you know what? If the companies wanted like a little piece of the pie, that's one thing, but don't freaking take that much from them. That's bullshit. And you know what? This PSA is kind of like, it turned it into its own topic. I hate greed, and that just got my goat. What Onion Knees brought up on this PSA, which mutated into a topic. Like, damn, that's grimy. That's grimy. You know, somebody could put hours and hours of work, mind you, without dev tools and all that. Like, they did it on their own stuff, and these companies already profited off of the sale or whatever game, and then they want more. And this is something they didn't even plan for. You know what I mean? So that's just, despicable. But we're gonna wrap this impromptu topic up and then go into full PSCs. But you know, with that, New Gaming Order, let us know what you think about that particular topic. And I want to thank Onion for bringing that up, because that's sad. You know, they stick their syringe in people and just suck them dry like the vampires were doing in Blade 3. You know, with the blood farms and shit. That's just terrible. But with that, make sure you rate, comment, and subscribe. And we're gonna go into intermission and go into real PSC. So thank you for joining us. We'll be back. Peace.